I hear the voices inside my head, see voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog, we fighting above the law.
Hey, hi Canadian Cookie, Sonia, Squids, Gemini Moon, Jay, Darzilla, Hummingbird, Mandy, Squids, Katie, Stitching Bitchin, Nikki Tuples, and Windy. Wait, Windy. I said that right. Hey, Cool Gamer. How's everyone doing? Sabrina! Oh my gosh, girl. How are you? It's good to see you. I've got to text you. It's been a while. Your picture is gorgeous. Sonia. Hey, Melissa. Inside the Fire. Betsy Leek. Nana of 6? Wow. Hey, Arkansas. Grampy Lobster. Hey, Kim Maples. It's been so long. How are you doing, Sabrina? Do you want to come up here, Sabrina? Do you want to join me? You want to be my special guest tonight? Are you busy? Hey, Thor, Lil Wang, Kim Maple, Lacey. Hello. Do I have slow mode on? Betsy Leek, been a member of this crazy train for 14 months. Choo-choo! Thank you. You've been holding on for dear life on this train, girl. Hey, here we go. Whiskey. Hi, Gail. Stacy B. I got a cheese string and it's so... Look at it. Ah! Dodie. Val. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. You can have your say so on the suspect in the Summerwells case. All right, I'm going to text Sabrina the link and she's going to join me when she can. So that'll be awesome. Okay, cool. Give me a second, guys. Tanya, Wool Cafe. You're here on time and I don't have to listen on playback. No, we're just starting. We're taking attendance right now. So just made it. Chatty Jen. Hey, boo. Healing Nature 888. Hello. Oh, from London, Ontario. Hey, Kelly. Got your running shoes on, girl. Let's go. Okay, that's good. My ranch. You're here. All right, Peggy, you're here. Sarah Jane is here. Doesn't Don Wells get out of jail soon? He surely does. Yep. What is it? The 29th, if I'm not mistaken? Life is sweet. You just have to choose what you taste of life. Love ya, girl. Thank you, Whiskey Boots 19. Lisa Lee, welcome. You're here. To Helen Beck in attendance. All right. Deb, you're here. Good. All right. We're not giving bathroom passes out today, y'all. Everyone get in, sit down. Hey, Redneck. Redneck Wookie. Hi. How are you and Puddin'? It's been a while. I hope you're good. Hey, Sarah. Unique Trauma Obsessed. Hey, boo. Rosie May. Hello from California. I'm sorry. I'm probably sound nasty chewing. My bad. Oh. Hold on. I was texting Sabrina. All right. Hold up. Wait a minute. Kentucky girl. There you are. Hey, Puddin'. Oh, you didn't have to do that. Thank you. You guys, When I first started my platform, like I said, I kind of dabbled in every genre, and there are a certain clique of friends I have that are my escape from the true crime realm on YouTube. And they're such good people. We've gotten drunk together on many live streams. We just really just hang out and just talk about everything and anything. It's not true crime. Like I said, these folks are my vacation away from true crime when I get that chance. So very good people. Make sure that you sub up their channels, okay? Because very sweet, good-hearted humans right there, I'll tell you that. And they met on YouTube as well. Hi, Case. Hey, Squirrel Girl. CK, if you have no real new information, then stop using this missing child to make $1. This whole thing is tragic from everyone directly involved. Oh. Well, thanks for showing up. I don't know what to tell you. I have every right to discuss this case because my heart and mind and soul has been 100% invested into this case, and I've gone through a personal hell myself in this case. So don't think you can come on over here and tell me what I should or shouldn't be doing, because I got something for ya. Nice fucking try. Bye-bye. Hey, Blackwing Paranormal. Caught me live. Our time difference is annoying. Yes. I do want to start doing better and doing, if you've seen the past week, I've been doing different times with the live. So it's red now. Send me it on Facebook Messenger. Hi, Kelly, Katie, Peggy. Yeah, you think that's funny? I mean, what am I supposed to say to something like that? It's tragic, yet here you are, you know? Okay. Hey, Bobby. All right. So, is everybody ready? Because we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday. We had a very long night yesterday, so I didn't end up coming back and finishing the videos. So we're going to get through some more of them tonight. We went through the first 4, 5. We went through 4 places last night. Tomorrow we're going through a place that is gorgeous, and it has a gorgeous yard. It has a gorgeous patio, and it would be perfect. It has a bonfire area and privacy, and it's only like 15 minutes away from Mark's work. So, and it's one of the people he works with is the one renting out the house too. So that's also kind of, if it works out, would be kind of nice too, because there's a little bit of knowing each other then, you know? Yeah, we went through 4 yesterday and we hated them all. If we're going to be honest, but yeah. Since people are counting your pockets, I just added to it. Terry, you are hilarious. Thank you. Thank you. You see, you guys are my people. You are hilarious and sarcastic, and I love it. I will give you a trigger warning here. We are going to be pulling up some Jody Sue. So if you're driving, please pull over for safety or turn this podcast off and do replay gang when you are home, parked, keys on the counter, and parked in like your bed or a chair or something. Okay. Just be to safety instead of listening to this mess. All right. Oh, she's live now. Oh, well, okay. Okay. What? Wait. Okay. Lost the camera. Okay. Oh, okay. There. Okay. What the fuck? To the haters, it sucks to be you because you don't have ChəR. The haters don't hurt me. They actually make me more popular. Is that a thing? Like, I don't know. They're not hurting me. They think they're hurting me, but I mean, shit. Never in my life did I ever think I'd be to 19,467 family members. Like, never did I ever think that would happen. So thank you, haters, because you are walking, talking virtual billboards for me, and I appreciate you. So recap, what we're doing is we've been going through this person of interest videos that are all labeled summer. And for anyone new, I will repeat this again. Summermoonutahwells was 5 years old when she was reported missing on June 15th, 2021 at about 6:29 p.m. And from her house, from her basement, where she was allegedly playing with toys in the basement of her house, where grandma was, her 3 brothers, and mom allegedly was there as well and just had her back turned for 2 minutes, then turned to 5 minutes, then turned to 10 minutes, and so on, so on. So we got so many liars here. This suspect here is a suspect, person of interest, in my opinion. And she has messied up this case like no other on purpose, in my opinion. And she is the neighbor to Summerwell. So she came on the scene saying that she is like the voice to be heard in Summer's case because she was the neighbor. And if anyone is going to profit off of Summer's name, she said it should be her because she was Summer's neighbor. Now, she went through her IDs and all that. Looks like we got through video 4. And no, I will not recap, but what you can do is you can go to yesterday's live, which is labeled exactly what tonight's live is labeled. And it has these first part of videos in there. So just check that out after. And if we don't get through the videos tonight, there'll be another part tomorrow, which will be the same label on it, same picture. So series, if you will, of the recap of Jody Spew. So, oh, Kentucky Girl sent me a picture. Oh, it's gorgeous. Can I show it? Can you Facebook message me if it's okay to show your gorgeous hair? I can't see my chat right now, so just text me if I can or can't. So pretty, Puddin'. So pretty. All right, so y'all ready for this? I know probably not, but it's about that time to pull up the person of interest here and give her a lesson. Yeah. All right, so we're going to go to video 5.
Okay, so
No, hell no. Okay.
the day before Summer vanished, right?
We're going to close caption it. Speed the bitch up.
It was a pretty normal day.
All right.
I was pretty tired, didn't feel good that day. I do recall what
You took 2
happened was
Xanax, go
Voldemort
for it.
had,
That's hilarious.
I believe
That's
gotten off
funny.
early or something. Or there was an appointment I had. I don't really. I'd have to look back at messages, honestly.
Oh, by the way, to the people who leave the stupid ass comments about you talk too much, you interrupt Jody Sue too much. I don't know what you don't understand, but there is terms of service. When people are talking over other people's content, that's because you have to. We can't just pull up someone's content and just sit there and say nothing. You can't do that. Fair use in terms of service makes you pause it so often and add your own commentary on it. That's how the fair use terms of service on YouTube works. So, too bad, so sad. You can certainly go give her the view if you want to be a dumbass. Hey, Lips. Girl, did you read the comment sections on that picture I sent you? It's hilarious. Yeah, it's her. Hey, Blackwing Paranormal. Yeah, it's her. It's her. Is everyone to safety, by the way? Trigger warning, all right? Here we go.
So
Rayla,
I took a nap.
hello.
And
So
then
dumb, Jay.
woke up mid-evening, and I had to go out to get things, obviously, for the day, like dinner and, normal stuff, right? Normal routine day for most people, other than probably the cancer nap.
Hi, Sarar, or Yanni.
And, we were still hearing
Freckles.
solid noises, but our dogs weren't barking. And like I said, ours were worn out. However, Candace and them still did, bark and things. But hey, no, never mind.
What?
We get in Voldemort's truck.
Right, Mary.
Hill,
right.
And my car's set at the bottom.
It's convenient, all the memory loss that everybody has in this case. And yes, exactly. I feel you. Hey, Tammy, why does she sit in her car? It's weird. You know what? A lot of YouTubers do that. I don't think it's weird. She might be sitting in there now because a lot of people have given her shit that she's talking the way she does in front of her little. And then, hi, Texas Brat. Hey, Tammy, Sonia, and Judy. Hi, guys. Thanks for hanging out here tonight. Excuse me. What was I saying? Oh, that's why she'd be in her car. I've done many a live stream in my cars or trucks or wherever, because to get away from my kids at the time, because we were talking murder and true crime all the time. So I would often hide in the car or the truck or something when I started my platform. Hi, Ellen. Hey, Sherry. Wonder, will she talk about summer this time? That's right. So we're on video 5. We got 16 videos that she's labeled Summer's name. She is numero uno to trash everyone who talks about Summer and how dare you use her name, blah, 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 and whatever, right? So we're on video 5 now. And in the first 4, I think Summer was mentioned one time, but it was like in a passing conversation, like it was like that, it was so yeah. So let's see if Summer is mentioned in video 5
of the driveway for the most part. Anyway, mind you, before JD had ever shown up, when the property lines were run, the survey lines, that type of thing, and markers put on the iron property stakes. That way, everybody could get the visual idea, right? There had also been posted signs, no trespassing, that sort of thing. That way, they'd have a visual idea where they needed to walk, where they needed to. You obviously hear my small herd of elephants here. It's a little loud where we're temporarily staying. Yeah, but teenagers, right? And preteens. Well, an adult and a preteen.
But
anyway, so we start in the driveway, and I think I'm seeing things. I really think I see the rear end of a vehicle parked on one side of the driveway, and I'm like, no, I'm just not going to say anything to Voldemort because I think I'm seeing
good,
things.
Nana.
But then Voldemort realizes he sees it too.
I'm very biased. Right? But yeah, I think we have like the best community within the community. I think we have the best platform. I think we got the best humans around here. Hey, Patricia, we definitely got very open-minded, big-hearted people around here.
And things are getting ready to go real sideways. So we get to that
very
spot
proud of that.
I'm
so proud of this platform.
Basically at the bottom of it. And
Lisa!
The truck is barely stopped, and this part right here is why
I never know
can
where to
guarantee you
look.
that
Like
JD
sometimes
told
when
us
I'm,
it being
if I look in
held.
here, do I look
And at this
cross-eyed?
point,
And then I'm always
it's
looking
kind of my
here because
favorite
this is
kind
where
of
the
part as
computer
well.
screen is, and then to pull up the chat is over here or
disagree
over
with
here. I'm like,
So anyway,
where do I
and
look?
probably for the same reason. So anyway,
Hi, we're all mad in here.
Voldemort jumps
She
out
has
of the truck
snakes in her brains.
and
Oh
loses
shit!
on JD.
My
Even I didn't
deuce.
think, and it was rare for that
Gavel. Hey,
particular.
woo.
It was on other people, but this time it was, and I was like,
I don't
even
know.
surprised.
In my mind, Gavel is like this super like celebrity reporter. It's so fun. I don't know. I can't explain it, but anyway, yeah.
Myself, and
Piper.
thought I wasn't really going to calm him down at all.
Thank you.
Thank
you,
but I sent
Piper.
Voldemort eventually because what JD had done
Love your tat
was there are two
on your
particular
neck.
trespassing signs.
Thank
As you can see in some of his photos. Kind of made it a challenge because he chose those. I mean, like most people are going to go to the left or the right from the trespassing signs, right? JD didn't do that. JD cut through my lights.
Maybe she will slip up. Exactly, Tammy. That's why we listen to her.
And all kinds of things to park that vehicle directly in between two no trespassing signs.
Hey, Trinda.
Like a challenge.
Absolutely, Gemini. Hey, April.
It was kind of mind blowing, honestly.
Good evening.
And also probably the wrong neck of the woods to do that in. That road in particular does have a reputation, probably the worst inside of the community, other than one other one, for bad things. So, anyway, I get Voldemort calmed down. I send him back up the hill.
Right, Sarah Jane.
Map,
yeah, she's
that had been framed,
just kind of diarrhea of the mouth.
Could,
again, we're
anyway
over halfway through this video. Have you heard Summer's name
the
one
calls
time?
And the papers and everything, from the courthouse and stuff that show the calls and all that.
At the end of each video, we will do a check-in with everyone to see if they've learned or not of Summer with each video, just like we did yesterday.
And let me make it clear, the survey map was made by that family that property piece JD bought belonged to. So it wasn't the survey map for this piece. It actually went with and was paid for by that family in 76, and right before the deed sign, which is like 77. And I have pictures of it and things, and the up close spot that's in question and that type of thing. But anyway, so I'd see him up in case,
Hi, Katie.
That was my plan.
Mind
That's
blown,
what I thought
Nana.
the family wanted me to do was here's the paperwork, here are the things. Kind of let me show you around. Here where issues are going to be. Like here's your, like. Anyway.
Oh. Hi, Dad. We love you.
Voldemort kind of ruined that with the attitude, and I don't think it would help anyway, just because of and I'm sure he might be watching in here, but just because of JD's own behavior.
You understand her? She's on 1.5 speed right now.
So when Voldemort came back down with the things, JD wouldn't even really look at them, was having none of it. Also, it started on me that JD wasn't real interested in, because he could absolutely visualize where the markers were and the lines had been run, but didn't seem
lipstick
really
and pepper
in
spray.
facing
Hey,
that.
boo.
And he handed us at one point.
Thanks for joining.
Just a GIS map. And if you know anything about properties, it even says on, like usually where those come from, are the county websites and things. They are not to be in place of surveys.
Okay. Let's take just a 1 second break here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Because this is my girl Puddin', and she dyed her hair red. She said I could show it. Look at that is a red. It's gorgeous. It's like Ava from WWF or whatever it's called, wrestling. Gorgeous Puddin'. So pretty. So pretty. Okay, sorry. Hi, Deb. It's an awesome color. It's very vibrant. Hi, Crystal. If I missed anyone coming in. Okay, here we go. Back to Eeyore.
For that, because GIS data is just tax data.
Hi, Leanne.
It's what you're taxed on. It's
from Missouri.
It does not make up for a survey.
Wow.
Boy, it does not. And whoever sold it to him, that's what they gave him, was just a blown up picture of GIS data, which is some of what I've seen, and mostly what I've seen in these groups being shared, or you all sharing GIS data. It is not the same as parcel and survey maps. Not even remotely close. And so he handed that to us, and it was kind of laughable, but I was like, look, and I had to kind of force him to be like, look, will you take pictures of this? That way, in the actual survey map, and, I'm sorry, you've been kind of misled, but don't take it on us. And by this point, things had, woo! And he, Voldemort goes up to his uncles. Hold on.
All right. So let's do a quick check-in here. Did any of you learn anything from that video about the Summerwells disappearance? Thumbs up if you did, and thumbs down, 2 thumbs down if you did not even hear Summer's name or you learned nothing. Shocker. It's looking like thumbs way down very quickly. Oh wow. And the poop emoji, y'all. You're terrible. Katie says no. Denise. 1. Okay. Okay. Sipping Shine. Ashley. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So let's go. We got to go to the next video, which is going to be video 6. All right, so we're on to video 6, again labeled Summer. Here we go.
And Voldemort realizes at this point, when he comes back down the road after I've been left with JD alone for a few minutes, that his uncle had already talked to JD and found him there on the property not too long before us, cutting and doing whatever, and had told him he was on the wrong piece and asked him to move. And I guess they all had words. And his uncle left before it upset him, that type of thing, So we come down not long after and found JD there ourselves. So then it set Voldemort off again.
Cousin.
He leaves back and forth a few times, calling his.
You got, okay, being honest, I got the Peanut movie Charlie Brown vibes when adults talk.
His mom, who's one of the ones on the deed with the uncle. Or whatever, I don't know, property, I don't know. So anyway,
what is she?
JD is mostly arguing the whole time about how he's not moving, this and that, whatever. I think at one point introduces.
Oh, and yeah, you best believe I got the rosary on with this one.
There's the dog, which is a big
healing stones
thing with him. I did notice that when Voldemort was away, JD would treat me entirely differently. There was something that just kind of slid over. It was very strange. And he would talk to me entirely differently than he would with Voldemort there. And there were points where I was just trying to have a conversation with him. I'm like, look, just trying to get him to be calm enough to hear me out. That it kind of struck me a little wrong. There was one point there that I did warn him about our children. And in particular in this community, the houses have mostly been built.
JD is JD. Why am I spacing? Jackie Dobbs. Oh. Jackie Dobbs. So Jackie Dobbs bought a chunk of land there, and he was ran off that land at the time that Summer disappeared. He was camping up there with his dog in a tent because he just bought a chunk of land right there, which there's been, before Summer was reported missing for years prior, there has been this property line and property dispute between Don, Candace, Jody Sue, and some other neighbors, but Jody Sue has been the main. Like I said, before Summer even went missing, she was all over social media, Facebook, bitching about the wells and the property and all of this. So she's absolutely got motive, right? I mean, in my opinion.
Got it eons ago.
Eons
people I
ago.
know online had asked questions about
Hey,
candy stems, and
Vicky.
it was much larger till right before this. I mean, they
Hi,
tore it off
Peggy.
and we're going to rebuild, so that's why it's the size it was. I mean, they were just
Hi,
rebuilding an old piece that
Izzy.
had been there.
Oh,
And
Izzy.
we're getting there. Anyway, so the way it all sits in the properties and houses, especially with the 3 or 4 that are right there, and we can kind of see each other. The bedrooms and things face certain ways. That way, especially the children's aren't, and there's no adult bedrooms face, so.
What?
But there's one particular spot that JD's piece would have come up to meet right next to where, like my daughter's bedroom.
Oh, shut up. Everyone's up in her daughter's bedroom and shit.
I did warn JD that if I
Bobby,
caught him,
gotta go. Love you. Love you too, Bobby. Have a good night. There's Izzy Pat.
Funny enough for me to tell him that if I caught him in that spot after dusk doing anything other than mowing, I wasn't going to ask twice. And,
which man? Wait, which man seemed sincere about everything? Right, Lil Wing? I don't know. Which, I'm sorry, what man? Hi, Jacob. Was Tiffany Marie in here? I didn't see her. Hi. Will you please email me your address? Vicky Johnson. Miss Chewy.
I wonder now, all kinds of things. I don't know. But we did at one point.
No, listen up, because we might miss it. She might actually mention summer on video 6. Tammy, hey boo. Hi, Mary. Scammed with the property, Mary. That could be as well. That could be. Have another smoke? Yeah, did she? I don't know. I just smoked a joint before starting this, so. Hi, Stephanie. I cannot believe she was 134 people over there. Does she? That's crazy.
We knew he was lying to us about certain things. He didn't want to give us his name. The only way we found out his
makes
name
you zone out. Yes,
Tammy.
Mr. Cher and I had trouble falling asleep last night, and I actually put a Jody Sue video on, and it worked. ATS News. Hey, boo. Good to see you. Make sure y'all sub her channel, too.
There was definitely a mask
There's
situation.
many. I'm very blessed to have so many amazing creators that we all support each other. It is a really great community. It's not all bad. I promise you there's good too. So the creators that are in here, a lot of them are modded. Some of them aren't modded, but there's many great creators. Make sure you check out everybody in here. And if you are a mod and have a link, or you want to share your favorite creators too, please do that. And I know some creators don't like to share other people's out, but definitely, I mean, there's room for all, and it is about, the community. So
going on with that fella. Because we were back
just Shinny. Hello, welcome.
I thought he was moving by this point because he couldn't find a place to park. He asked if he could park across the street and this and the other, and we were like, nope. And there were some weird things. Like, I thought it was his health, or he was having like breathing problems, but I realized
Old man Dobbs
sitting on the back of his blue blazer thing, kind of squatted on it, like kind of bent over, and I thought he was having like health or breathing, or just where he was older problems, not in shape problems. But then it took a couple times for it to realize that he was kind of throwing a tantrum. It was like,
Tasha.
And I was like, oh dear. And in between, like, Voldemort coming and going, JD, before his point, had
exactly whiskey boots.
Well, he would ask something of me, whatever he wanted to know, whatever he wanted answered, in a pretty direct, rude manner. Like, I was supposed to answer like that for him, like on command, and I was trying to stay pretty quiet. But I would answer whatever it was. But when I asked something of him, he wouldn't respond, or it was very strange, like some sort of biblical marriage. The guy definitely has some sort of problem with females. I mean, it's just how I feel about it personally.
What the fuck is she talking about?
Definitely some issues there.
It's crazy.
But
what the fuck?
After all was transpired, found out he lied about his age, that sort of thing. When we were backing out, at one point we thought he was backing out too, in between the no trespassing and gonna do whatever, And instead, because he's sitting on the back of the thing, we think he was taking a rest for a second. That was not the case, and I was like, whoa, Voldemort, stop the car for a second. And I kind of was in passenger seat, and the window was rolled down on the driver's, and I was like, are you going to move? And he was like, no. no, I'm not, because this is mine, and I just whatever, you know. And I was like, look, no, and Baltimore, you know. So
There
I was
she
like,
goes
you know
with the
what?
damn
Go call
Baltimore
the cops,
shit.
because like they've said in the media and things, cell phone signal, that sort of thing down there, right? So Voldemort leaves me there again. I'm keeping an eye
Mr.
on JD, and
Positive.
he goes to call the cops. At this point, JD realizes,
Good to see
I
you,
mean, it was a
brother.
swap really quick. And he was like, well, could I do this? Could I park there?
Hi, Gretchen.
And I'm like, what is happening here?
Indiana
Like, you wanted
says
nothing to do
hello.
with me.
Keep up
So
the great
then
channel.
he starts
Oh
packing
my
up what he
gosh,
does have in bags, like
Indiana.
camping grill, charcoal, the dog, cheap dog food. But the whole back of this thing's filled with stuff. I've got pictures that show what all he had in the vehicle that day. And him as well. But his plan was to camp there and squat until, I guess, and he had a picture of like one of the cabins, almost like I had for the cancer treatment, but really small. And so this itty bitty folder was basically just a picture of GIS data and then one of the prefab cabin things, sheds, whatever. But at that time, he was just planning on like tent and little grill, dog. I don't know, starting fires. I don't know. It was weird.
I love the name Val.
He packs all this back up with his cans of gas and whatnot, right? And at least some of it. So then one of the property owners comes, Voldemort's person, and we have all the paperwork and things. The cops eventually show up. By this point, JD seems like he's, and he tells us before the cop gets there, we don't have to worry about it. Won't have a neighbor, etc., because Voldemort had offered to buy it, and it's the other from it by this point several times too. And at one point, JD tries to hand the cop the GIS data too, and even the cop was.
Yes, and you guys, I actually had my first session today with my life coaching, and I love every minute of it. It was amazing. So Livinglifewithcher at yahoo.com if you would like more information on that. I just loved every minute of today. And then if you have anything to send in about true crime cases or wrongful convictions or anything like that, it's ihearvoices19 at yahoo.com.
Like, you know, and there's the giant survey map that isn't it.
Thank you, Sharon.
The cop basically tells him that these people,
God, that was so fun today.
Of like 200 years, pretty sure they know where property lines are, whatever.
I'm so blessed to be able to do what I love.
Anyway, so JD's not really interested in giving his name. I don't think anybody ever really even asks for it.
Okay, well, what? So, okay, hold up right there. She's like, well, you just heard what she said. Well, he wasn't telling us his name, but nobody really asked him for it. Well, what the fuck? Like, and who are you to demand he has to tell you who the fuck he is anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was me, I'd be like, and who are you? Like, excuse me? Because you know she walk around owning, like, she owns the damn place. We know that.
All of a sudden he told us, like, he offered the information he was some sort of vet in, I think, Germany at the time, which didn't really add up with the age he gave us.
Hi, Rhiannon.
And then, but he never says that to the cop or anything, and that's usually kind of the first thing.
House sounds perfect, and I wish you both done. Thank you, Vicky. I want it so bad. I'll show you guys some pictures after. Oh, we got angel numbers in 222 in the chat. That's what's up. Miss Chewy, welcome to the crazy train. Choo choo. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. On Halloween, I'm doing a member stream, and there'll be a fun little thing going on, and there'll be 3 people chosen for giveaway prizes. So all my members will be entered. I want to do something fun and Halloweeny for my people. Choo choo! Yeah. Okay, sorry.
I mean, it's kind of a thing, right? That's usually the first thing. I'm a vet, right? It's one of those things we all know. But I noticed he never mentioned that. It was a little strange. Cop gets there. JD kind of wanders off to himself mostly and really starts packing everything the rest of the way up. Then it seems like, I don't know, he's going to find somewhere else, whatever.
I think Tanya did that by mistake, just Shani, because that message you did not need to be timed out. That had to have been a mistake because you didn't say anything at all. You said I subbed your channel. So I'm pretty sure that was an accident. I'm sorry.
all of a sudden his personality
Yeah,
becomes sweet
you
as
know how
pie,
that
and he
goes.
mentions,
I've done it a
you know,
ton.
something about the wife, and I heard it like the wife stabbed me or wanted to, I don't know. It
That's
was
okay,
bizarre. I was
Tanya.
still a
I
ways
knew
off
I
that
knew
point,
that
talking
was an
to
accident, and it's so unlike
the
you to do that.
pseudo mother-in-law person. And so at this point, JD had even mentioned for him he was selling, etc. But then Voldemort asks him, he's like, "Hey, bud, can I get the number or whatever before you
That's
take
okay,
off?" And the
Tanya.
mask sort of slips. JD's back's turned at that point to everybody, and JD just kind of screams out
I
in his
have
angry
no
tone, "Why do you
idea
need
what the
that?"
hell that lady is talking about. I know. I think that's how she wants it. She is a person of interest after all. She is just disgusting, but look how I paused it. She's like,
Even the cop stopped and was like,
get the fuck out of
"You
here.
just told him you were selling. I mean, like, how's he supposed to get in contact with you?" Voldemort sort of says the same thing at the same time. Then that's how JD's name sort of learned, the first anyway. The rest was in the file and accidentally caught by eyesight. The numbers given and exchanged. He makes a big deal of not having
She
anywhere to
has
go.
one mod.
Asks for hotel recommendations. Will take
Oh,
a
shit.
dog. We all tell him, including the officer.
She's talking about
Um,
not summer. Yeah.
And then at one
It's
point,
labeled summer, but it's definitely not about summer.
he had heard, and this was, sorry, it's a little scattered, but at one point there, right before, somewhere between him and the GIS data and then the survey thing, it seemed like I was like, well, civil court. And when JD heard that, he got a little excited, like, oh, well, so I can squat here and deal, basically. But then I was like, but he got through lights and things to get in there, and the officer was like, oh no, you can't do it. I'm gonna need you to come on back out of there. So at this point, JD knew he had to leave, because, you know, parking somewhere, one thing, cutting through stuff to get to it is another. So, anyway,
Okay. So now is a good time to do our check-in. And has anybody learned anything about the disappearance of Summer Moon Utah Wells? Have we learned anything? Because that was what, video 6? So have we learned anything, Summer Wells? You know how it goes, thumbs up or thumbs down. This is absolutely out of control, don't y'all think? Like, that's crazy. There you go, y'all. I turned off the slow mode. I know you hate that. We'll deal. It's gonna go by quickly. Please don't get mad if I miss a comment, but I took the slow mode off, y'all. You're welcome. Yeah. So, all right. So let's get to the next video, because maybe she will mention Summer Moon Utah Wells. All right. Yeah, that was video 6, labeled summer. All right. And so far it's been all thumbs down. No one's learned shit other than what I've told you at the beginning of the recap of the live here. So here comes video 7, again labeled summer. All right.
So by the end, JD's pretty acquiescing, asking about hotel recommendations, sweet as pie again. Pseudo mother-in-law backs out to kind of let him out. And the officer's still sitting there with us, and JD almost rips off the entire exhaust system trying to get out of there and out of the
Land and more rambling.
The old driveway for this property. It's the original driveway.
Thank you for sharing my channels. Also, please make sure to share out your channels if you have one, and also if you don't have one in your mod, you know, you know, share out the good peeps and your favorites as well, not just me.
And it kind of curves and goes up, but there's also a straight driveway, and it is newer and worse. This is, as most people tell you, even four-wheel drives have a problem getting up this thing. So, when he backs out of the curvy one and the straight one, the concrete for the roadway comes down, and I mean, he's in such a hurry, he almost rips off the exhaust, but he leaves. But JD struck us all so wrong that later that night, we went looking at all the hotels we had recommended on the way out to Bayleton and Greenville, seeing if we could see his vehicle to make sure he was where he was supposed to be. And then, so as we're coming back through Four Beach Creek and back to this property,
Maybe too easy, Pat.
We check every hollow and every place we know of people to be able to park and squat and do whatever. He's nowhere.
Hi, Elle.
Trust me, is a few places.
Yes, you have to. If it's an option, you gotta put the closed caption on for her, because it is funny. It does give you a good chuckle. Sure, did you get my email about the toys on the dash? I did not. Can you send it again? Can you put Susie Q in the subject box for me, though? It's so hard to know who's who. And Valerie, hello, Valerie Ventura.
Never could find it.
She
So we
makes
just
you
let
want to
go, we're
sleep.
going
Yes,
back.
she is NyQuil. Yes.
And that's kind of the topic.
I thought the
what's on our
topic was
minds,
summer.
for at least a
Fuck,
few hours.
lady.
Until, right?
Pyromania. That is good.
And
I
that's the
agree,
big
Pyro.
topic of discussion for everybody.
Trulia.
Beach Creek and what's happening with that.
Hey,
and
my love.
I honestly think I'd done a video or two that day, that evening. I don't recall if they're open or not.
Right there,
if they are,
Zilla. What the fuck was she gonna
they're
do?
They're there, and they're
Chatty.
just hours
Say hi to
before
the hubby for me.
summer goes missing.
Oh my God, everyone hold the phone. Okay, she just said Summer's name. We are video, what number? 7? Video 7. She just said Summer's name. All right, here we go.
So anyway, that was at least most of the interaction with JD. The guy was a little
okay, so another hit and
off.
run. Okay, here we go. Shit, we got excited for nothing.
The
All
only
right.
vehicle I saw parked there that day,
one time in 7 videos,
was the blue Trailblazer, older.
Frankie.
The next
Hey,
day,
boo.
as y'all seen and heard, things started changing.
One time, one, yeah.
Which we first took to be rumor, and I still, there are questions about things, even for we who were up close and personal with these situations, and
we got
had visual on
she
all
ain't
of
got
this
no
for
fucking answers.
the duration.
She said Summer, then nothing. Yeah.
But
I got it, Susie Q. Thank you.
All of these things, like I said, definitely came together to create this perfect storm that even 2.5 weeks before, well, because by this point, I just want to let you know, the tree cutters were there. JD was having property, people still showing up. That even happened quite a bit even after JD left. Because after that, we've not seen JD again. At least I've not. And I mean, that was just like 13 days ago that I was there. So I do know that we spoke to JD. Voldemort did. The kids have, I believe that, and the lawyer he contacted, the conversation with that between Voldemort and JD's lawyer here.
She is not good for
videotaped.
so mind, body, or soul.
I don't know. I know that on JD's Facebook, he said he was here the next day, something about biscuits and gravy or beer. And a dog.
What?
And that was it, kind of. But I think the lawyer wasn't talked to
She
until
just
like 2
say
days
she
after
ate
Summer went
biscuits,
missing,
gravy, beer,
is
and
the
a dog.
The lawyer gave on this video. So I'm not really sure how long JD was in town after the Ben Hill incident. I mean, David shared all the stats, and most of me agrees. I don't think he's pretty low on my list. That's all I'm saying. I think he has his own separate issues. I think he's a little off.
Oh man.
Definitely has maybe problems with women of some variety. Some anger issues of his own. I'm not real sure. Could have just been a situation. Could have been all kinds of things.
Right, Lowing. Right. Zoots and Boots.
Hey.
That name is hard to say.
So, I don't know. I'm not a cop. I'm not a detective. I'm not the feds. They know.
You're becoming a zombie, Leanne?
I just experienced what I experienced. So those are two entirely different things. It's their job to put these pieces together. Anyway. Yeah. But JD did make it seem like, I don't know, this when we first came in there, it was this over-exaggeration. He did lie about his age, made himself older than he actually was by quite a bit.
You guys know how we do with Jody Sue. What was it? A $10 super chat gets us a banger for a break because I lose all monetization. And that would be okay, but not when we mention Jody Sue because it makes her so mad when Cher makes a couple pennies off of Jody Sue. So that's how we do it around here. So I'll lose my ads. That's fine on Jody Sue for a banger because we'll get that copyright claim for music. But sometimes we gotta wake the bitch up when listening to this because she is NyQuil. Her name should be NyQuil, not Jody Sue. Forget coleslaw, fucking NyQuil. Okay.
How he was having problems moving and falling, but then I didn't really see that. I saw an exaggeration.
That's why Baltimore
of it.
flew the fuck away, because
I don't know. Whole thing struck me as weird.
He was being paralyzed by her
for
fucking
obviously
mouth,
quite a while,
her words, or her talking, or her lack of talking, or whatever it is. I don't fucking know.
Asked him if he'd even walk the property at first. He's like, no, and he was like, well, yeah, I came with a friend.
I'm
but then it comes with another
saying,
name that had just shown up like a day or two before in conjunction with Sell Online. And I was like, did he just get struck me as like, did he just use that second person's name? It's stuck out as a realtor. Like, did he lie about that too? Like, so who knows if he actually had walked the property? Because I'll tell you, there was a lot of days there, and I don't know how they would get past the dogs things.
Killer.
They did.
I love all you fuckers.
Took pictures of our property with our dogs in them.
We love you too.
They did.
LNC says, "Here you go."
But
okay.
The point is, I highly doubt it. Honestly, I think it was just another lie.
Let me think of a good one.
But that's just my opinion.
Oh,
very strange.
Thank you, Frankie. All right, I'm gonna pick a good one.
But for me, he's probably one of the lowest on my list.
I can't say now, or I sound like freaking what's.
I really do enjoy his Ben Hill Hill.
Can't say fan. Busy.
I've now adopted it. I'm using it too. So, thanks, JD.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I will be back in just a minute.
So again, you know the drill. Have we learned something about summer from this here video that is labeled video 7 of summer? Did we learn anything? Hey, Johnny Wishbone. Good to see ya. You're getting palpitations. Yeah, here. I knew it was going to be not too long before them thumbs down just came rolling in. That's terrible. Wow. Like, she should honestly be ashamed of herself, right? Like for real, she should be ashamed of herself. She's live right now. Let's see here. No, we are not subscribing. Oh, she's buffering. She's buffering. Okay, hold on. Yeah, no, all those thumbs down. Yes, she should 100% be ashamed of herself. I mean, okay, so in the chat, give me a year. Give me a year, and I will find a song from that year. Well, we'll see. I'll pick a year from, I know there's going to be a bunch of people putting years in the comments, so I'll pick one at random, and then I will find a song from that year. Ooh, oh, see, you guys are my people. I'm liking the years. Okay. Hi, Term. Oh, ooh, okay. Okay. 3083 Pixie. You're hilarious. Okay, we're getting a lot of the 70s. Okay. 80s, 1932. 85, 2001, 80s. Okay. '70s, 80s. Okay. 80s. Okay. Let me see. All right, so we'll do something from between the 70s and 80s, okay? Because we've... Ooh. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, I got one. All right, I got to share screen. You all ready? Hold on, am I not sharing screen? Oh, I was sharing. Okay. You want to go back to those days? Yeah, me too. Me too. Back to the person of interest. What are we on? Video 8? Are we going to see video 8? Does she talk about summer finally again? Or I don't know. She mentioned her one time in 7 videos and it was a hit and run type of thing. 7. Okay, so video 8. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so I'm back. I'm gonna have to hold this thing instead of leaving it stationary. Because
I was born in 83.
So
So I'd like to go back. I would actually like to be born like in 1970 and then no, I'd like to be born in like 69. Yeah, go through the 70s and then be like a teenager, start being a teenager in the 80s. Yeah, that's what I'd want.
Oh, there was something just a second ago I knew I accidentally left out, and I don't
Hi, Carol Johnson.
really recall.
Oh, and Dad, she says hi to you too. Everyone loves you.
I know that it was
Papa Cher. And they
very
all say
strange.
75 here? Mr. Cher was born in
Perfect
77.
That created all of this.
Oh, I missed my mouth. That was awesome.
Summer was even able to go missing. And was even able to go missing. Storm.
Oh,
that created all of this.
Okay, we're no. Okay, this might be the one we actually have to pay attention to.
Okay, so I'm back. I'm gonna have to hold this
back
thing,
again
instead of leaving it stationary, because it definitely needs to charge. So oh, there was something just a second ago. I knew I.
Oh my God! There was something I was supposed to talk about. Oh, summer maybe.
Accidentally left out, and I don't.
What a dumbass!
Really recall what that was now.
Hi, Jessica.
I know that it was a very strange, perfect storm that created all of this, to where Summer was even able to go missing. And
what the fuck?
like I had said,
what the fuck?
Created all of this, to where Summer was even able to go missing. And like I had said, any other time, and we would have. I don't know how anybody would have ever pulled this off, and I still, for the life of me, do not. Because even just minutes before she vanished, if anybody had asked me if I thought one of our children could be taken from there, I would have laughed. And trust me, as a mother, I'm going to rewind that again, guys. The mother of the only other girl.
Mr. Chicken here.
Okay, so I'm back. I'm going to have to hold this thing, instead of leaving it stationary, because it definitely needs to charge. So, oh, there was something just a second ago I knew I'd accidentally left out, and I don't really recall what that was now. I know that it was a very strange, perfect storm that created all of this, to where Summer was even able to go missing. And like I had said, any other time, and we would have, I don't know how anybody would have ever pulled this off. And I still, for the life of me, do not. Because even just minutes before she vanished, if anybody had asked me if I thought one of our children could be taken from in there, I would have laughed. And trust me, as a mother and as the mother of the only other girl in that hollow, and the only other, I had the only other children in there, in a particular road, but the only other one with a daughter. And obviously, like JD had struck me wrong enough to warn him about my own and about all of the neighborhood children and grandchildren and things in the surrounding.
What the
But
fuck?
I keep an eye on mine even in town, because around here it was pretty mild, and now we've got like the big rings coming in, and stuff this place is not used to, so it's working well here. So they're hitting smaller towns. We've had quite a few things happen in the past couple of years, including at the park that Candace happened to be at that day. There have been quite a few incidents there to where most of us had stopped going, or taking our children to there's a playground there that it's beautiful. And it's also set up for special needs children. It's one of the better ones around here, but there have been some pervs at it and doing crazy things that a lot of us locally and in the surrounding area had stopped going. I mean, I think there were several, news pieces, but I know that there was Facebook posts about it a lot, and pictures of the men they caught. So either way, and at our local Walmarts, things like that, there have been a lot of incidents in the past couple of years picking up something this place in particular not been used to, sort of like.
There's people saying hi, Mark.
Hello, everybody.
And it's fucking weird because it's like she's having 4 or 5 different conversations and cutting and pasting them together. It's weird. Like she's actually saying there had to be certain things in place for Summer to get gone. What the fuck?
Yeah, she just said that someone being taken or a kid being abducted is laughable, and then she's another 30 seconds later, she's saying that there's been perverts all over the place to the point where they have to stop taking their children to certain places. So, which is it?
Yeah. So right here, she's trying to kind of throw Candace under the bus, like she's taking her kids around dangerous people. Yeah. I have to run potty, so you can scooch and continue playing.
Oh boy.
Lucky you.
Hello, everybody. Do not smoke out of Jody Sue's bucket bong. Yeah. Planned. Yeah, could very well be. Well, let's see what else this windbag has to say.
Like the money scams and things, and like the fake legs and all that this place in particular wasn't used to. Bigger city stuff, they are, but it's moving here because obviously easy marks, right? So either way, pretty vigilant about her, and when you see me look over that way, she's over there. So anyway, and she has her headphones in, because I've asked, because this particular topic it's hard for her, it's hard for all of us. And anyway, so JD had happened. He'd hit my gut enough to, warrant me saying something about my daughter and that particular spot and other things. But like I said, he's pretty low on my list, and honestly, I kind of owe the guy an apology. I was wondering why it was a little strange that for once out of 26 years, I was allowed to be the spokesman for this particular Voldemort pack. And when even Voldemort had stood up and been like, oh, Mom let her speak because she's done her research and the other. And the whole time I've been under the impression that the spike in question on the original driveway, that the reason it was where it was, even on the 77 map, was because of the way the watershed works from the very top of the hill where the main house is. And they had changed it and made it look like that spike was in the main road, but that it actually wasn't. Like, say the spike would have been in, like, just general grass area, okay?
I don't know about y'all, but I have no idea what she's talking about. Like, literally none. I cannot, for the life of me, I cannot follow her when she's speaking. Who is she the spokesperson for? What is the spike? Why is her mole bigger than her necklace? I have so many questions.
Saying like 1800 or whatever. But then the watershed from the top of the hill, the way it transferred over the years and trickled down, would have eaten it and then made it become one and look like it was actually in the original roadway. And I'd asked specifically about this. Thought I'd made sure of that. And I was kind of, I don't know, assumptions, right? So when JD got there, I noticed it was a little strange that Pseudo, and I didn't notice till after all this went down that it was asked of Pseudo mother-in-law to kind of step back and let me speak. And I was waiting for her to, so I didn't really honestly say much, because they're pretty particular about things. And so,
Neither does she. Yeah, she's just got like verbal diarrhea. It just all comes out. And then she'll sit there for 20 minutes and not say a word too.
I didn't really say much anyway, and it never really came up with, I did tell JD that was the one thing the family would fight over, and that was the thing. That was the only point. That's exactly where JD had parked, was the entrance in between those two no trespassing signs to the original and main driveway. Then it was several days into the summer thing.
Keep waiting for her head to do a 360. It's good to see you too, Sherry.
Before I was kind of looked at and told, nope, that's where it's always been. That is actually in the road. So what I told JD wasn't, I don't know, I was manipulated and sort of omitted to, and I guess that way everybody else could say they weren't. And so then I checked it out with other family members, people who had passed, who were close to the original property owner prior to, and that was most certainly the case. They said the reason the second driveway was actually built was because in that survey map in 77 was touching, they were afraid that that would become the right of way, and so they built the second driveway that's used now to ensure that could not. So there you go. Me and Jay both were just, and I think a lot of it was, it falls into the,
she does have a shut off button when we're restreaming her, right there, or at least a pause. How did she go from perverts to the driveway? She gives me a headache.
What was happening to us for years there. Weren't really allowed to build on or do anything or this and the other. I did manage to eventually get agreement to build on a bathroom. Nobody would let a septic be put in. And I think that the reason it was such an issue about the property for everybody was so contamination and things weren't found, and especially the giant trash pile and that sort of thing, and the well and the creek being so close and whatever, because that would bring trouble. And I think that, for years I've been like, hey, this needs to be taken care of, blah, blah, blah. But it was part of what we had to endure there, and it was part of the control there. And I warned people that would eventually come down the pipeline. Didn't matter until. And then I was used and manipulated in a way to where everybody could say, so.
What? They used her to get the driveway moved? Is that it? Did I get that right? Like, I'm honestly trying, but I can't understand what she's talking about.
Anyway, but I think I owe JD an apology. However, I also think whatever. Anyway, so that was the topic until Summer vanished. I mean, some of the last messages.
She actually mentioned Summer. That's good. Although it took her a second to remember her name.
With others. Just in those last minutes before and the last hours before were about the property drama and about all these things. And it seems so silly now in comparison that that's what everybody was concerned. Like, however, JD being there the day prior and wondering if he was going to come back and it was going to be super weird or, cops showing up or whatever, kept me on a hyper alert. I mean, like super hyper alert. Like I was anyway, like I said, but after him being there and the weirdness, it kept me on. But somehow I still missed what happened next. And I still can't tell you how. And I wish every day I could tell you how I missed what happened next. I wish every day I could just tell me how I missed what happened next. So anyway, I'm gonna end this one here and I'll be back.
Oh, thank God. Well, yeah. Take off my busted headphones. So what did we learn, folks?
Right. It's a thumbs up if you learned anything from her about Summer, or thumbs down. They know the drill. I think we are going to take a break at it, and I will schedule part 3 for tomorrow morning. How about like noon central? Does that work? Because I'm trying to do different time frames. So, yeah, I'll set it up for 11 o'clock our time.
Yep, all thumbs down.
Yeah, that's what it's. Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah.
I really tried, and I
actually got a headache tonight. And she didn't. This is video 8, and this is the first time she even brought up Summer, and they're all labeled Summer. So we have 8 more videos to go through. So yeah, I better start earlier tomorrow so we can get through the rest of them.
You could pretty much stream her 24 hours a day because she's basically streaming 24
and
hours
she's
a day.
live right now.
Yeah.
So
Can't catch up.
Yeah, fuck that.
Mark and I said thank God at the exact same time.
Well, y'all, I appreciate everyone hanging out. Thank you for the music money for the intermission, and I will tomorrow play another banger because I did get two payments, so we'll save one for tomorrow. And
Hey Thor.
Yeah. For fun though, I'd like to pick someone, a random person from the chat, and have Mr. Cher do a past, present, future. Yeah. We got to. So let me check the chat here. I'm just going to pick at random. I'm just going to... Who we got up in here? Do we have...
It's zombified, yeah.
Is Pyromania in here still? Is Pyromania in here? I'm Pyromania, are you in here?
Stand up and be seen.
Okay, for the love of books. And if Pyro does comment, we'll do you too. For the love of books.
All right, for the love of books. Past, present, future.
Show up on the weekend, Izzy Pop. I'll ask him to do cards again.
Yeah, I couldn't do it last weekend because I had to work all weekend.
Crepe Blanc. On your shit country, USA. What the fuck? Ah. I don't even know what that means, but okay. That's a good idea, Kinkin's probably.
All right, for the love of books. Your past card. If it would focus. Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. All right. So again, that's if you're going back to your past to tell yourself. But yeah, what you knew was actually the truth. And I got the feeling that someone was trying to convince you otherwise. But you had the right answer the whole time. I don't know what that one's about. Let's see what the present says. Facing fear. More spiritual changes. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Okay, so something that you knew in your past was true. And keeping to that truth, whatever that was, is either about to or just recently starting to have a major effect on your life. Because spiritual changes are always the deepest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tarot reading. He's so good at it.
For the love of books, your future. Increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Well, this is saying the same thing as your past. You knew the answer, and whatever that truth is from that conflict or whatever, that's causing major spiritual changes. And yeah, you need to reconnect with your inner self. Trust your inner voice. This is your chance to soar because of whatever it was that you knew in the past. You knew what the truth was, even though others around you tried to steer you away from it. But yeah, that's the key to your future.
Yeah, Amy, it really does. That was really good, baby. Are you drawn to anyone in the chat? We'll do one more.
Oh, it's Sonia. Dealing with something and I need help.
Hi, Sunshine. We'll do this last one and we'll call it a night. Put some positive energy after we listen to someone like Jody Sue.
Yeah, that's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sonia
yeah.
needs some help. She's dealing with something. Charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with the heavens and you shall receive. Connect with heaven and you shall receive. Okay, so this is telling me about faith. So what you got going on is really making you question a lot of things. But it's important to keep your faith, not just in a higher power, but just in the people around you that you care about and care about you and just, yeah, I'm feeling more keep trust than like faith with whatever you got going on. Okay, let's see. Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother, healing is possible at this time. Okay, so yeah, it's what you're going through. It seems like it's definitely causing a split. And there's some hard feelings, and even if you know you're right, it's better to just kind of let it go to keep the family strong or your friendships strong. Because that's what I was thinking. Like I said, I didn't really feel faith when I was saying. I was like faith in the people around you. And then with your present, the need to be right isn't as important as keeping that faith, keeping that connection.
Come
on. Odin, psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. So that kind of contradicts a little bit with let go of the need to be right. But I mean, you still will know the truth, even though you may not be able to show it to the people surrounding you, because it's better to keep that connection than it is to actually say, see, I was right, because that's just going to cause more problems. But definitely don't turn your back on the truth, because that is important, but it's not as important as, like, you don't need to prove it. The fact that you know it is good enough. Mark, are you in my head? Kinda. So yeah, it's more important to keep the bonds, keep the faith in the people around you, than it is to show that you're right.
Yes, Leslie, he does.
Definitely needed to hear the future part. Oh. Well, hopefully that was helpful.
Thank you, baby. It's nice to end with some positive after that. Okay. So,
yeah, Lord knows there's enough negative in the world.
So we'll start early tomorrow and try and make our way through the last 8 videos there in the series. Yes. I'll set it up for about noon Central, which is 11 my time. And we'll try to get through the whole 8, so we don't have to hopefully break it into what, this is number 3, right? No, this is part 2. Okay, so yeah, let's see if we can get it done in 3.
Well, Leslie, Cher is she's doing life coaching now, so if you're having issues with depression, definitely reach out to her.
Yeah. So Living Life with Cher. Living Life with Cher. I'll put it here.
Oh, Amy. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Yep. Living Life with Cher at yahoo.com. And I've got a few different pricing packages and stuff. So I'm so excited. I had my first session today with my first client, but I have 4 more people looking into it. So it's pretty exciting. I had a blast today. I love doing that. So
And Leslie, I just wanted to say, sometimes when you're in that, it feels like there's no way out. But you always have to try and find the positive in the negative, because there's always, like, say, every cloud has a silver lining. It's kind of tacky, but it's kind of true. Like, nothing is 100% negative. There's always some kind of positive. So let's just see what we got here.
Oh, he's going to do a reading for you, Leslie.
Giving you a one shot. Come on, focus. Doesn't work so good. Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. So, yeah, that fits really well with someone who's depressed, because a lot of times you just shut down and you don't speak your mind. You don't say the thing that you want to say to that certain someone. But you're better off if you feel something in your heart, and obviously from that card, you feel something very strongly. You need to just say it. And there's a good side to being down in the dumps and depressed, is you can only go up. So start looking up. You don't like your job. Well, start searching the want ads. Look at online courses, stuff like that. Now's the time for you to start looking up. Look forward. And whatever that thing is that you're sitting on, say it. Or do it if it's an action.
Oh, that's nice, Rhiannon. All right, y'all. Much love to everybody. And I will be back on tomorrow to finish this up. You nailed it. I will say it.
Do it.
Good, Leslie. Great advice, my friend. Okay. Good night, y'all. Love y'all. Thanks for hanging, family.